Welcome to Cooking with Mrs. B. Today we're going to cook Moroccan couscous. And look at our grocery list. My, where do we start? I guess left to right. This requires lots of vegetables. So we've got carrots, eggplant, parsley. I know these look like cucumbers, but they're actually zucchini. A couple of lemons, some onion, and chicken, which is on the other counter. We'll need quite a bit of chicken broth, some prunes, couscous, and some toasted almonds, which I'm going to toast further in butter. Oh, and hiding over here are some olives. I like them to be the giant olives that are stuffed with something. These have jalapeno in them. You can also get them with garlic or pimentos. All right, so there's our grocery list. So we're going to get a 2-for-1. You're going to learn how to cook Moroccan chicken and Moroccan couscous in the same video. Over here is a giant tray. A friend of ours got this for us from India. And Middle Eastern food, Palestinian food, is always served in a great big tray, just big mounds of food in the middle of a tray. For utensils, you'll need tongs to flip your chicken around. If you have a vegetable peeler, that's what I use on the carrots. And as far as flavors, the chicken is going to get a good dousing of cinnamon, garlic powder, salt and pepper, and our eggplant. Where's the eggplant hiding? Over there. It's going to have some sumac. And sumac is made from little berries that have been dried and ground up. And it has a very citric or sour taste to it. I would give the rating of difficulty actually an easy, except for the cooking the chicken. The hard part is how time-consuming it is to cut up all these vegetables. And my husband just took a nap because that was going to be his job, to cut up the vegetables. But I'll see you on the flip side with all of this chopped up. I need to mention the two different kinds of couscous. There's this kind, which is very small. It's called semolia flour. You can see that right there. And it's wheat. And it's very thin, light, and fluffy. The other kind of couscous is called pearl. And as you can see, it's been made more into these little pasta balls. I've cooked with both, and both have positives and minuses to them. Problem with this pearl stuff is if you overcook this, it's very gooey and sticky. So I actually prefer the lighter, fluffier stuff. But, your choice, and you can experiment with each. Also, this has slightly bitter taste. This says Moroccan right there, so I'm going to go with this one. Here's how you want to cut the zucchini in long strips to make it kind of decorative, because we want to arrange it in the couscous once it's done. One of the best pieces of advice I heard about cutting up anything that is round, make it flat. That's so you don't cut yourself and it won't move around on the cutting board. So once you've made it flat, then I just went through and made little slices. You'll continue with the carrots. The carrots are a little harder to do simply because they're a denser vegetable. And always remember, you'll get cut on a dull knife. This thing is sharp. I ordered these from Switzerland. Yeah, actually you can cut yourself on a sharp knife too. I have to be careful, okay? But you want to use a very sharp knife, and be careful where your fingers are. Try to curl them under so you don't nick them. That was almost fun. Here's another hint. Anytime you gotta peel vegetables, whatever, put it on a paper towel, easy cleanup. So there we go. Let's get these carrots going. Let's cover them with water. I'm gonna crank this up to high and put a lid on it. This will probably take a half hour to cook. When they're done, we want to strain them and put butter, salt, and pepper. The trick to this dish is trying to get everything done at the same time, which is why I'm cooking the carrots first, because they take the longest. The eggplant is going to go in the oven, so I might as well cut them up next and preheat this oven here to 350 and start that up. Here's the eggplant, cut in about 1/2 inch slices. By the way, I learned from Rajai's sister, who lives in Morocco, don't cut the skin off because it won't be able to hold its shape and it'll just turn into mush. So it's better to keep the skin on. But you don't eat the skin. And over here, we have it ready for the oven. Generous portion of olive oil because it will just suck up that olive oil. And then I've sprinkled it with some of the sumac and salt. It'll go in for about half hour. When it starts shriveling up and getting kind of stuck to the pan, then I'll add about a 1/4 inch of water and let it cook down a little more. I don't want the water now because this doesn't taste good boiled. It really has to kind of simmer and fry in the oven a while. So we'll pop that in. Let's prepare our chicken, and let's put generous amount of cinnamon on there. And also some lemon pepper. The garlic powder actually will go in with the broth because if you put it now, it will burn. And I've only seasoned the skin side. We're going to put that in the skillet right now because I hear it sizzling. So let's get that over there. And then we will spice. Now we can season the other side. We like a nice crisp skin on there. The cinnamon will add a lot of color. And the lemon pepper will help bring out the lemon flavor. Oh, I love that sound. It sounds like applause. Okay, it's got some color on it now, and we will remove it to a tall pot. And so we've got all the chicken browned up like that. About, 3-4 minutes each side. Okay, we got chicken legs going on too. See how it's got a steam going on? I want to bring this up to a low simmer. Do not boil your chicken. You don't want it a rolling boil, it'll dry it out. So just a nice simmer going on, and probably 30-35 minutes. Put your fork through it, see if you can pull the meat away, and then you know it's done. Also, you're going to dump all of this in there. Check it out, it's lovely. It's those olives, lemon, and garlic. The lemon actually will get soft enough for you to eat, and it's actually quite delicious if you're brave enough to try that. Don't worry about the seeds, they'll just kind of go to the bottom. And that's Moroccan chicken. Just let it go and save the broth. There'll be lots of broth left over, and it's wonderful for you to take out of the freezer whenever you have a cold. It's been about 40 minutes on the zucchini. I can smell that it's ready to put the water on. It's kind of hard to explain. Probably doesn't look like it shrunk up much, but by the smell I can tell. Making a rhyme. Let's put some water this time. Okay, now it's time for the couscous. I put 3 cups of broth, and then I'll put 3 cups of the couscous. I've already put the garbanzo beans there. Just follow the directions on the back. It just takes like 5 minutes to cook after it boils. Then it'll go on the tray and everything will be arranged. Okay, first go the chicken and olives and lemon, garlic in a ring. Then I'll put the couscous in the middle and arrange the vegetables on top. There you go. Let's eat. Okay. Thanks for watching, and I hope you get some lovin' from the oven. Here's a painting that I made that's inspired by Morocco. It's pretty large. It's about 4 feet long and 3 feet tall there. There are these beautiful castles that have like this glowing orange stone. So I've highlighted and exaggerated that color to remind me of being in Rabat, Morocco. And what follows next is a picture of the actual castles. They were originally intended to serve as guard posts to keep out marauders from the sea. Thanks for watching Cooking with Mrs. B.